Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us in this year's IRAS Direct Submission training. Before we start, a few house rules. All attendees will be muted to reduce background noise. Turn off your webcams. This is not required. For your questions, you may click the Q&A button. We recommend you start asking after the demo. Also, after the training, we will be sending thank you note for all attendees with slide and recording. Let us begin with a question. What is IRAS Direct Submission? This is a way for employers to submit employment income information of the employees electronically to IRAS without leaving the JustLogin payroll system. And the data of the employment income information will be based on the monthly pay runs and/or the opening balance. Assuming you did the pay run from January to December, or if you have sign up with us mid of this year. There should be a back pay run done, or opening balance has been key in at AWOW opening balance and at IRAS opening balance pages. The income information will be included in the employee's tax returns for verification and tax filing purposes. Also, take note during pay run the correct tax code has been added to the pay element. This is important to also verify before submitting to IRAS. We will discuss later on how to check this. And one of the advantages of direct submission, there is no need to print out a physical IR8A form. Employees can access their own copy from their account. Later, we can show it during demo how to access it. Now, can anybody do the direct submission through JustLogin? Your company must be registered through the Auto Inclusion Scheme, or AIS, for you to use the direct submission. This is actually compulsory for organizations with at least 5 employees. But regardless of the number, employers are encouraged to join the AIS. If you have been using our system, there are new 2 items we are happy to share. First is this IRAS submission through Apex or GovTech, the Government Technology Agency Singapore. They have launched this project in collaboration with IRAS to provide a more convenient and safer way for employers to submit employment income records. This Apex is a centralized data sharing platform within the government. The process follows the same exact steps as the normal IRAS submission, other than accessing your SingPass. Other projects from Apex was the CPF Direct Submission and the OED to MOM. What IRAS forms files can we download and submit from JustLogin? We have the IR8A Return of Employees Remuneration. You can submit original and amendment file. You can also submit Appendix 8A, the non-monetary benefits in kind, and Appendix 8B, the gains and profits from employee stock options, or other forms of employee share ownership. You can submit original only for A8A and A8B, while for the form IR21 or notification by employer of an employee's cessation of employment or departure from Singapore. This is only a reference when you submit to IRAS portal and no direct submission yet. You can only download the form. Again, IR21 is only for reference. And the second new item, we have the form IR8S. This is for excess CPF contributions on your employees' wages and/or have claimed or will claim refund on excess CPF contributions. You can submit only original file. We will do a quick run-through on all forms files later on in our demo. The process in submitting tax file, or this direct submission process, is first, need to consolidate salary information. This is when you generate reports and cross-check information. Second, generate the IRAS files. Lastly, review and submit. There might be errors in between found, and this is more of the employee information, or could be a missing information. This consolidate salary information is for you to verify that JustLogin's system has all the salary-related information for the financial year based from your pay run. For existing customers, if the pay runs for the entire financial year had been done using JustLogin, then that should take care of this step. While for new customers, perhaps joined after January or mid of the year, the IRAS opening balance can be used to feed the data for the tax return. We recommend to check out report number 14 for per employee payroll yearly report. This is January to December approved pay runs. Then another one, report number 18, to cross-check the correct tax code. This is also January to December. Next is to generate IRAS files. Found at Payroll module, then click the IRAS menu. 2 types of file, original for new submission, but you can generate multiple original as long it has not been submitted yet. And we have amendment when submission was already made, but has further corrections are required. This step is purely preparation step, and it is not yet submitted to IRAS. Step 3, or last step, the review and submit. You can download PDF to review again, or download the table form when you generate the XML file to cross-check, but once it is correct, you can now send to IRAS directly via our integration or Apex. We have 2 files found here, PDF and XML. XML file is the accepted file to direct submit to IRAS, and you will see the green button to submit it. PDF, we all know this printable format you can review or also share to your employees. Now for the demo, and let's get into action. We are going to open our browser and log in to the JustLogin system. We will go to Payroll and click IRAS. Before anything else, let us go first and confirm or recheck the company details information. Make sure it is correct before processing the tax form. Make sure the company name is correct. Company registration number is also correct and tax reference number correct. You may also update the address and contact information here, although the contact information will be overwritten if it was changed at the IRAS page. If everything is good to go, please click Save. Going back to our IRAS main page, if you have used our system last year, it is the same. No changes to the user interface. To start, the tax year is default to the year we are submitting for year 2023. Payment type is default, while form and export type, click the drop list and we have multiple details. PDF file, then XML, then both PDF and XML, then PDF, XML, both PDF and XML. So again, always PDF form and XML, and third both PDF and form. We have IR 8A, next Appendix 8A, Appendix 8B, then new one we have for this year IR 8S. The form is a PDF file you can download and view to review if details are correct. You can also release this to your staff. The XML file is for submission to IRAS, but you can also use this file to review. Where it will show a tabulated form, later we can check it out. The XML cannot be released to staff but for admin only. Again, you can generate all at once PDF and XML. For organization type, there are 3 types: business, local, then unique entity. After the demo, we can further identify what is your organization type, while source type is default. The organization ID is coming from the company details page, shown earlier. For batch indicator, we have original and amendment. Amendment can be submitted to IR 8A only. The rest of the form, there is no amendment and only original submission. For batch date, it is today's date you are generating the form. And then division branch name. If this is needed, then kindly fill in the information. For Appendix 8A, 8B options, later on too, I will show you why this is important or why we have to tick these boxes. These is for companies that has benefit in kind or stock option or share ownership. For authorized details, this is needed, especially the email. The email here will receive the acknowledgement coming from IRAS. Example, you have changed the name and did not generate. When you go back to the page, it will be back to the previous one. So you must generate so the name will be remembered or changed completely. So let us generate now. Let us have both the files PDF and XML. I am doing original. I will not tick appendix for now. Let me change authorized person details. Before we generate, we got filters here. Exclude no or zero income, active or deactivated staff, or all. You can also click here if you are looking for specifics like status, designation, department, and NRIC or FIN. Let me update and type in directly. Let me just update above for a moment. Hold on for a second or two, and yes, generate. It is now in queue. What we are doing is step 2. We have skipped step 1. I will tell you more later. Now, processing. And then complete, and we got error. Just click the red color font to know why. It may load for a while, and then you will be directed to the details why it has an error. The error is about director fees approval date, and this is the reason why step 1, which is consolidate salary information, should not be skipped. Again, we generated first, which is step 2, without consolidating the data. Let us go back to the main IRAS page. Let me duplicate another IRAS main page while it loads up. We can also click back to the main page. And we are back to the main page. Let us do this time properly by updating first other forms. Opening balance, employee details, Appendix 8A and 8B, IR8S. While waiting, let me go to reports too. Opening balance, you can input the amount here directly. You can do import here, see all staff names in one go. You may direct input the amount to specific tax code if you have joined JustLogin and did not do any back pay run. You can input entire amount here, or if you missed like benefit, or you have given an allowance offline but need to declare, then you can input it on this page. While clicking the staff name on left side, it will show all other tax code not found there. For this demo, let me add 100 under basic pay. We are doing IR8S, so we update under the excess. It is for employee. Then, update. Upper right side can also go to other staff names or type staff name directly. That was saved. For employee details, so this page are required information you need to provide that are not included during pay run, but IRAS need the information. You can click left side name of staff to see all other information aside from what is shown now. Earlier, we do not have approval date for director's fee, so let us add it. We will just, add any date, but if you are inputting dates, make sure it is correctly added here. For this demo, we got excess, so here, this is for employer. Now we add it here to reflect at IR8A. If you got tax code need IRAS approval info, please do update here too. And update to save the details. Upper right, you can jump to other staff. Great. Saved. Then going to Appendix 8A and 8B, A8A is for benefits in kind. While waiting to load, let me open the reports 14 and 18. A8B is for stock option and share ownership. Then look for that staff name and click the name if applicable to have benefit in kind. When you are adding values here, make sure to click Calculate. Say example, we have given insurance premiums. After inputting, click Calculate to total everything in this page. Then finally click Update. Nice. Successfully saved. If staff is given some shares, let us go to Appendix 8B tab. So here at Appendix 8B, let us input here some test information. Let me input first. But this Appendix 8A and 8B is not mandatory unless your staff was given. By the way, this is Section A, Employee Equity-Based Remuneration Scheme. Once information has been added, click Calculate. The system will load for a while. And done, we can see the total here now. Here, Section B, Equity-Based Remuneration Scheme for Small and Medium Enterprise. Section C, Equity-Based Remuneration Scheme for Corporations. Section D is Equity-Based Remuneration Scheme for Startups. Input always in the correct section. And then save after in each specific section. Finally, click the Calculate here to sum entire section if applicable. Then finally update to save everything. Success! Now let us go to the IR8S form. So this is a new form in our system. The names found here are those that are citizen and PR only, since only citizen and PR attracts CPF. So if staff has excess CPF and has claim a refund, then just find staff name and click on left side the name. While waiting, let me generate the reports so we can verify those later. Just a moment, since the other page is loading. Back here, so you will see this table. In the IR8S form itself, this table is Section C, but the data you have to input is the information that the CPF board has provided to you. So fill up the information. So let us just add randomly here, information. So again, this is already outside the system, so need to input the information. And save. And we are done. Let us go back and check the reports. In our Step 1, we mentioned to consolidate salary information or review before generating. When generating these reports, make sure to check those staff with income and cross-check the data. In payroll reports, best to generate reports 14 and 18. They are both in per employee in a yearly view, January to December. Report 18 corresponding tax code for your pay run. So this is how you verify it. Check the values, and when we generate, we cross-checked again. Let us go back to IRAS main page for Step 2 to generate the IRAS files. Let us generate again IR8A both files with the PDF and XML. It will still be an original since we have not submitted and tick the appendices since we have added earlier some data in our A8A and A8B. Yes, generate. Now in queue. Okay. Now processing. And great. Completed. No errors. Let me go back. Let me just generate also just the PDF or form only. This will be very quick. Hold on, please. Let me go back to the IRAS page. Generate just form type and still original. Generate. I would like to show that this second row is XML, which has a tick box on left side. First row, nothing, since it is PDF or form. XML or Export 1 will show tick box on left, and you can submit to IRUST. Action column, form got download and submit icon. You can download the form. While 20th row, you can still download PDF, just click the blue font. It will populate information below, just scroll. You can download the PDF file for certain staff. But if you have multiple staff, you can click here and download to bulk export it. Our XML has a warning, that yellow triangle. Not an error, just warning, and you can continue to submit since it is looking for my appendix files, which I have not generated yet. You can also download this, but it is raw, so best just to click the XML. We will see a tabulated display. Top part is the company details, mid part is the staff details. If you have multiple staff, then this should help, and you can download it in CSV and open in Excel, so you can cross-check. Since you download it, you can review it. Let us go back to previous page. Let me show something else. Also, you can release the form to the staff, so click it here. Just click the fly icon. So when releasing, they will not receive an email. They can see it under payroll and my payslip. Let us go to the staff account. Let us log out. We will log into the staff side and see where can the staff or employees see the tax file on their end. It is under Payroll, My Payslip. Click second tab My Tax Documents. They can download it. Just click it and save. There you go. So, the data. Tax A has 66,862. This is correct. Our basic pay was $67,000, but we got incomplete work hours, 251.75, and additional leave encashment, 13.85. Bonus and director fee good. A8A at D9 and A8B at D8 is showing same with our excess at D7. They are all correct from the values we added earlier. Let us go back to our payroll admin access to do now the submission. Let me log in and we will go back to IRAS page. And now for the submission. Our step 3 is review and submit. We will generate all files first, A8A, A8B, IRAS. While clicking here, I will no longer go in and check the data further, but on your end, please do check. Same process earlier, how to get the PDF file or intabulated or CSV file. A8A is now ongoing in queue, while I am generating A8B. Simultaneously, I am opening another tab for IR8S. For a moment, we have completed generating the files in XML and PDF format. IR8A, A8A, A8B, and IR8S in queue. Almost done now. What you will be seeing all files are in, and tick box on left side, which I can submit now. Everything looks good, and I am ready to submit to IRAS, although I am not seeing any buttons below since my account is not a registered company. Hold on, let me go to my other browser. We will log into the other account which the government has provided for testing. I am now in a different account, so we can showcase the steps to submit our form and using Apex. So tick the box on left side for you to submit now to iRust. What you are seeing will be the same too, since you a registered company to iRust. The green button just clicked it. A pop-up will show if you are not seeing it. It is being blocked. Please allow it. This is from SingPass and input your credentials. Then log in. It may load for some time, so please wait a moment. If you have multiple UEN, then choose the UEN you are submitting for. For this one, it is requesting for permission. Just click Yes. You will be redirected back to the page while loading. And we have the reference number, and that is it. We have submitted and it is successful. That ends our demo, and we continue to our common questions. You may start to drop your question, but sharing most common questions we get in support. First, how come I am not seeing my resigned staff? This is because when employee was resigned, it was deactivated, and the payroll modules was disabled or unticked. What to do? Reactivate the staff back at user admin, then employee details and click deactivated employees. Locate employee and reactivate. Go back to active employees tab and tick payroll. After doing so, you can deactivate the employee again and check it out again if you're able to see the name in the list at IRAS page. Next is when you submit already, you hit an error of company error. then it could be the organization ID type. Kindly check if you UEN local or business or UENO. How to do so? You can check your tax number local has 10 characters and 9 characters for business. UENO starts with letter in 10 characters, so choose the correct one before generating. To know when it was successful, at the last page, the submission status there should be a reference number. Also, the authorized person email address will receive an acknowledgement email, although this may take for a while depending on IRAS, but usually within 24 hours. Lastly, the batch indicator as mentioned previously. Original you can generate multiple times as long as it was not yet submitted, and original should be the indicator when submitting first. Amendment is only applicable to IR 8A. This is done when you have submitted to IRAS but require some corrections. It could also be you have received email from IRAS and they require you to submit amendment. For any questions, you can also reach out to our support team via email at support@justlogin.com or chat, WhatsApp 312-95281. We are online Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.